This is lesson 10, and this is going to be about making a chart. So go ahead and open eTry10, and go ahead and go to File, Save As, and put it in your Excel folder, and eTry10 underscore your first name underscore your last name, and click Save. Alright, so when you're creating a chart, you want to have your headers, but you do not want to have the totals. So be very cautious when you're creating a chart that you do not grab the totals. So go ahead and we're going to select A3 all the way to D8. And a quick key on your keyboard to creating a chart is F11. So just hit F11, do not hit the function button, just F11. And it automatically puts a new chart. If you look down here at your sheet names now, you chart 1, sheets 1, 2, and 3. So now what I want you to do is delete our spare sheet. So right click on sheet 2 and click delete, and right click on sheet 3 and click delete. And go back to your chart and click save. So now you may notice that since you have a chart in here, at the top menu you now have a location called Chart Tools. So there are 3 different options in here. So you can pick your layout, your format, and your design. So start with the design, and you can hit this drop down menu and you can pick any sort of background color you like. There we go, I kind of like that one. And go to layout, and I want you to come over here and look at all the different options you have. So I want you to start with chart title, and I want you to click above chart. So it automatically puts the chart title above here. And I want you to go ahead and rename this and call it sales. Alright, go ahead and click save if you haven't saved yet. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to kind of take a look down here. So we have all of our locations that we have in sheet 1. If you notice our last names of people, our salespeople, they are now down here telling us where they go for all 3 months. Now I want you to go on the internet and I want you to get a picture. Alright, now what I want you to do is go to Google or wherever you would like to go to search for this, and search for a picture that you would like to have as your background for this chart. So I'm going to have a beach scene, I believe. So I go to images and I'm going to pick this one right here. So right click, save image as, and I'm going to go put it in my 9th grade folder, computer, Excel, and I'm just going to call it beach so I know what it is. Okay. And now what I want you to do is click in the background up here and go to chart area up in the top left in your chart tools layout, and then say format selection and pick picture or texture fill. So what I want you to do is do insert from file and go find your picture that you just saved to your computer and make it your background. Now you may have noticed that this chart is kind of overtaking my picture. So in this drop down it lets you pick any selection, hit plot area and format selection and say no fill and click close. Now what you can do is you can play with your background colors. So say you want to change this text over here from black to any other color. So you can come in here and change it to light blue if you like. Mine would probably look better with a gray. Same with the bottom bar. So right click, change the color. Right click, change the color. You can even change the color of the grid lines. So this you'll actually have to go to format grid lines and say what you would like. So you could pick the color, make it green, and click close. And that was the vertical axis. So you can pick pretty much any axis that you would like and change the color. So whatever you need to do, so line color, solid line, and close. You can also change the color of your title. Fill in the background, change the color, and kind of make your chart your own. So go ahead and click Save. And go back to Sheet 1. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go to Page Layout. So instead of going to Page Layout, let's go to File and go to Print. So print lets you see a print preview of what you are actually printing. So here is where I notice that there is no header and no footer. So let's go put one of those in. So go into Insert, Header and Footer, and in the center of the top put your name. And then on the right side, go ahead and click the current date for your insert. And then click the Go to Footer button. And on the left footer, put in the sheet name. And in the right side, put the file name. And then come down to the bottom right, click Normal View. Control Home brings you back up to the top. Click Save. And now what I want you to do is go to Page Layout. So remember when we looked at that and it wasn't very centered. So what we're going to do is we're going to play with the margins. So go to Margins and Custom Margins. And this way you can click these buttons right here, the center on page horizontally and vertically, so you can see what it did to this table right there in that box. So click OK. It doesn't look like anything's different. Go look at Print Preview again. And now it's totally centered on the page. But that looks kind of weird. So let's go back to Page Layout and let's change the orientation to Landscape. Click Save and go back to Print Preview. That looks much better. Go ahead and go back home, click Save and close out, and you are now ready to work on projects 19 and 20.